When my friends and I were kidnapped, and the children were crying in terror, I realized we were caught in a storm we couldn't escape. Chapter 81. Kale. I was thinking I would like to take you and your betas fishing with me and my betas, Ethan suggested, his caring nature shining through. We have some beautiful mountain lakes. If you want, we can make it a boys' day. It's time for some male bonding. Kevin, his determined and spirit evident, cleared his throat. Could I come along? Eora, ever worried about other safety, raised her eyebrows. Do you feel strong enough for that? I will have my strong son to help me if I get too tired. Along with all these fine gentlemen, Kevin replied, his longing for pack responsibilities clear in his voice. You can go as long as they watch out for you, and you rest on this trip. Mayora conceded. Do not make him overdo it. Kale, that includes you. Achieved better but not 100%. Embracing his protective role as alpha, assured her, he'll watch out for my father. Dad, we haven't been fishing in a long time. I agree. I miss going. We should do it more often, Kevin said, his enthusiasm for fishing evident. Now that you'll be better, we can, Ethan replied, his voice filled with hope. Eora, ever the voice of reason, warned, soon, if he keeps this up, if incorrect, he'll be done with treatment and for days. Then you can take him home for the follow-up treatment at your pack. Kale, his leadership qualities showing, responded, that is the best news I've heard. I can't to get back home. Sorry, it's not that you haven't been anything but nice, and I'm more grateful than words can say. It's just that I have a pack to run, and I've been gone for over 2 weeks. We can totally understand. Alpha Kale, Ethan and the Shites. It's not easy to run a pack, and not being there makes it much harder. The next morning at 700, Ethan approached his father. Dad, how long would it take for you and Brandon to redo our security? If we work hard enough, we should have it done by 200. Kevin replied, showcasing his determination. Let me go say goodbye to Layora. Then we can get everyone loaded up and out of here by 800, Ethan said, his responsible nature evident. At the house, Layora was worried. Cutbush on. Please go with Ethan. They'll be fine here, they won't even be around. Copper Thorn, protective as always, responded, I don't like leaving you. Little one, we don't know what they're planning. I have the whole pack to protect me, Layora reassured him. Ethan needs you. I have Stephen coming to visit today. It would be nice to see him. Plus, didn't you say they won't do anything until after HES better? He won't risk it this close to the end of his treatment. Ethan walked in. Layora, it's time to go. I told Papa Thorn to go with you, Mayora said. Who's going to watch you? Ethan asked, his protective instincts kicking in. Your dad and Brandon will be here, and the whole pack is around. You'll be fine. Besides, you'll have the troublemakers with you, Layora explained. Eora, I don't like you being alone, Ethan insisted. I won't be alone, Layora countered. Amanda, Nora, and I are taking the kids to the park this morning, with the nannies. To my agent extraordinaire, Madeleine Nilben, heartfelt thanks for your unfailing enthusiasm. Stephen is also coming this afternoon. I always love the way he talks about music and the excitement he has when he and I play together. I think he wants to plan another concert. As Ethan goes out the door, Amanda and Nora walk in. Have fun, girls. Good morning. Layora, are the kids up yet? No, you said you didn't want to do anything until after 8, so I was letting them sleep. I had to get up with Vincent's HES going fishing with Ethan. So here I am. Wits in the basket. Nora had this great idea. On the way over we stopped at the bakery. Yeah, I told Amanda. Why can't we have a breakfast picnic? I got you your favorite. Chocolate chip muffins. Eora squeals. Yes, yes. We also have orange juice for the kids so you can say they got something healthy in them. Well, time to get them up then. The kids are worn out when they get home from the park. The babies fall asleep. I hope they stay asleep. Stephen is due here in about a half hour. That gives me time to go home and get my violin. They'll be right back. Leora goes in the kitchen to put up some tea water. Then there is a knock on the door. Greetings, Stephen. You look well. Leora, it is nice to see you. The last concert went so well. The music world wants to meet you and have you play again. Why don't you come in first and then we can talk? Amanda is coming over to see you also. You'd like to talk to her too. Would you like something to drink? Coffee or tea? There is another knock at the door. Amanda enters. Come over and sit down. I was just about to get us some tea. Would you like some? That would be nice. Hello, Stephen. How have things been? It is all good. I've come to set up another concert. I want the two of you to play for me in New York. It is one of the most prestigious concerts in the music world. All the most famous people will be there. We're newcomers. Why would they want us there? Your sound is unique. It has the sound that draws you in. Leora walks in with the tea and says, "The concert sounds great. When is it?" "In 6 weeks." Stephen replies. Stephen, Leora are both pregnant. Leora smiles. We will both be showing by then. So you can play sitting down. How is being pregnant going to stop you? The two girls both look at him. He has no idea what he is asking. I cannot sing at that time, but I believe I could play for you. I will not be that big, I hope. Leora looks at her stomach, rubbing it, wondering what she is getting herself into. Amanda sighs. If Leora is going to be there, then I will be at her side. Good, then the two of you must start working on the duet. Make that 2 songs. You will of course still play the piano, right? So, get 2 for the violins and 3 for the piano. Then we will be set for the night. 2 violins and 3 piano. That's a bit much, don't you think? Of course not. It's not enough, but it's all we have time for. Do you want me to play the violin in the orchestra or just play the 2 with Leora? The orchestra needs your talent. So yes, I need you to play with them and do the duets with Leora. I will do my best. But you are asking a lot. Would it be too much to ask if you could play for me and let me hear your enchanting fingers on the keys before I have to leave? Leora is entertaining Stephen, but Kurethan is stuck with Kale and the rest of them. This is one of my favorite fishing holes. My dad brought me here all the time. You know Alistair hates fishing. He only came because you loved it so. Do you like fishing? Kevin, I used to take Kale fishing up by us too. I remember when you used to take me out on those big boats. Do you remember? Dad, you caught that big ton of fish. I have always wanted to go deep fishing, I just have never had the time. Why don't you and I go deep sea fishing? My pack was just a Florida coast. I used to go all the time. Maybe my old Alpha could put us up for a weekend and we could have some fun. I think I would like that. Gareth, we go after my boys are born. It's a shame our Beta is only able to have girls. Hey, don't go there. Girls are great. This is only my first try. I might get a boy next time. I told you girls are great and I could have boys next time. And you kept it up for 7 months. My turn. Fine, you made your point. I shouldn't have picked on you having girls. Now what about me? I'd like to come fishing. Finn, you're always welcome. If you want Ethan, bring your dad and Thorn. Brandon can run the place for a couple of days. Maybe one day you will come to our pack, and we can take you guys out fishing. Jay Axon's one friend has a 50-foot schooner. That is a nice offer. Alpha Kevin, when you are stronger and things get settled, we can try it. Ethan's mind is saying it will be a cold day in hell. It's about 1200. Why don't we start to head back? We can grab some lunch out, then get back to the pack. Chapter 82. I would like to ask you something about you and Leora. If that is all right with you. What is it that you want to know? Kevin, when Leora came here, didn't you know she had a mate? When I met Leora, she told me that he had rejected her, and our mate bond was strong, and we have been together ever since. So you didn't see the mark on her. She had no mark on her. he replied with anger. Thorn stepped in. I found Lyora at a truck stop scared and needing help. Several days later, she told me what had happened to her, and that she did not want to be a whore for her mate. She wanted to have someone that loved her and wanted a life without tears in it. I would have treated her right. She would have had a nice home and she wouldn't have had to cry. You told her either she did what you said or she lived in a dungeon. You wouldn't even let her raise her own kids. You think she wouldn't cry over that? She became special to me, and I asked my brother to take her in. We traveled for about 3 weeks and came home. After we had been here for a few days, Ethan had returned from school and they ran into each other and became mates. It was about a month after Kale rejected her. I see, so not one of you thought to inform us of her well-being. Ethan trying to hold his temper. She was afraid that your son was going to take her back and put her in the dungeon as he had threatened to do or try to make her his breeder for his shellfish agenda. He just believed her and never checked up on anything she had said. Thorn stood very close to Kevin. I did not have to. I saw the pain in her eyes, and the bruises she had on her from the last time someone decided they wanted to have a punching bag. I did not know that she was getting physically abused. It had bothered me that she left and the reason why. You know all this, and you still ask us these questions. You know they had broken her bones, and she had been in the hospital repeatedly. You are here getting cared for because of her heart and the love she has for every living thing. Hell, she even helped your pack when she was being treated so badly. Don't come here and try to make it sound like we did something wrong. Kale started to growl at Ethan. Watch how you speak to my father. No, son. I understand his anger and accept the fact I was in the wrong. I have told Lyora the same thing. I had failed her as her alpha. The questions were to make sure that you really want her and would protect her. I would protect her with my life. You have no right to question me. You are right. I don't have the right to. I just think that I need to make sure I fix what I have done in the past. She needs someone that will do what we did not. And you seem to be that one. Kale is pissed at what his father is saying. Who's he to just let them have Lyora? He's not the alpha. I am. I make the decisions for the pack. I make the decisions for my mate. This has been a long day. To my agent extraordinaire, Madeleine Noble, heartfelt thanks for your unfailing patience, enthusiasm. Why don't we go get something to eat like we planned, then head home? We're right behind you. Finn, lead the way. When Ethan comes in the house, he hears laughing and sees the 2 pregnant women both playing with the kids and having fun with them. He thinks back on what Kevin said and his anger is fueled once more. How could he talk to me like that? I can't be mad for long. Looking at the picture in front of me, no one can stay mad when you have her in your life. The next day, Evan has another treatment. We need to get X-rays and do some blood work to see how well the treatments are going. Lyora, whatever you are doing, it has to be working. I feel like a young pup. The X-rays are clear and your blood work is perfect. I think one more treatment and you'll be free to go home. All you will need to do is take your vitamins and exercise. Lyora, I don't have the words to express how happy I am. If ever I could do something for you, please let me know. Your next treatment is in today's rest, and then you can head home to the arms of your pack. When Lyora gets home, I have some great news. Kevin needs one more treatment in today's and then he can go home. Ethan picks her up and swings her around. I have to get changed. Lyora headed up SLTS. Worry is written all over Papa Thorn's face. Once he is better, that leaves no reason for them not to come after Lyora and the kids. We need to step up the security even more. I have a bad feeling. I never thought of it that way. You are right. Dad put in all that new security and I have the border. Don't think there's much more I can do. Alpha Kevin, I'm going to miss seeing you. Your pack doctor has all the instructions on what to do. You should be absolutely cured. Kale told me he set things up for us to leave tomorrow morning. He told me too. Our family is going to have a small barbecue and bonfire out back to say goodbye. I'm looking forward to it. I like playing with the pups. That mate Alpha Kevin enjoys talking to Lyra as new family. They made him feel welcomed and at home. One day I hope you and your friends come visit me. I will miss the times we have spent together. The kids are all running around, having fun. Leora and Amanda start to sing and dance down the yard with the kids. Sing with us. They started singing Old MacDonald. Each child got to be a different animal, making the animal sound as they all ran around the yard. Ethan even joined in pretending to be a lion. To my agent extraordinaire, Madeline Nilben, heartfelt thanks for your unfailing patience, enthusiasm. I'm going to eat you. He started chasing them. All the running around made them tired. It was an easy bedtime tonight. They put the radio on and sat watching the fire, happy to be in each other's arms. Come dance with me, Leora. Watching the two dancing, the rest of the couples joined in. Leora leaves Ethan and takes Papathorn's hand. Can I have this dance? Nora takes Lyra as lead, takes Elphook Evans' hand. Would you do me the honor, sir? When the song is over, Leora gives Papathorn a kiss on the cheek. The next song was one Leora knew very well. This time she walked over to Rogan, took his hand, pulled him out on the dance floor and looked him in the eyes. You haven't danced with me since I was a little girl. I thought it was time we tried again. Do you remember this song? Rogan didn't say a word back, just gripped her tighter and placed her on his feet like he had done when she was little. Lyra's eyes watered at the gentle act of her father. Maybe he would change. They still had time if he wanted to try. The next morning was one of joy for the Silver Lake pack. Goodbye, Elsa, Kevin, Cale, Jackson. I hope you have a safe trip home. Thank you for having us. I know Leora is on her rounds. Please tell her I said goodbye. Chapter 83. Ethan goes back into the house and sees Papathorn across the street in the open lot walking out measurements with his feet. What are you doing? Uncle Thorn, we need a bigger house. This is the perfect spot. It's twice the yard, near everybody, and we need to start now, or it won't be ready in time. Let's talk to Leora and see what kind of house she wants. After today's they designed the house they wanted. The top floor had one bathroom for each of the 9 bedrooms, one for each kid, and one extra just in case. We're not having any more kids. We do not need the extra bedroom. Leora. One more time. No, Ethan, no. Ethan nuzzles Leora with his nose, then starts nibbling her ear. You know he'll win. Why fight it? Leora just moans. Sometimes I don't like you. Downstairs had a large living room, with a kitchen to the side, and a very large dining room. The other side had a music room, the master bedroom with an whitened door that led to the music room. A playroom and a bathroom was alongside the music room. The ceiling in the living room was open, allowing you to see the bedrooms upstairs. There was a balcony that ran connecting each bedroom with the oversized stairs that went downstairs. Papathorn, I know you just wanted a bedroom in the house, but I have a surprise for you. Come look. They built a suite for Papathorn. It came with a little kitchenette, living room, one large bedroom with an white bathroom, and a smaller bedroom with a bathroom right next to it. You didn't have to do this, little one. Yes, I did. Papa, I love you and I want you to be happy. As long as you are in my life, I'm happy. Now let's go. We're having everyone over to see the new house. What do you think of it, Mom? This is a beautiful house. I can't believe it only took 4 weeks to build. There were so many men running around here. Papathorn wanted it done before the babies got here, and he pushed them to work 12 to 14 hours a day. I love the bedroom being downstairs and by the stairs. They can't sneak out at night. I never thought of that. What made you think of that? Your mother isn't an angel, you know. You're telling me you were a rebel as a child. I can't believe that. No one would know looking at you now. Life changes you. Having Jackson changed everything. I wanted to be the best mother I could be, so the rebel was put to sleep. But I still have my hot pants and my skippy halter tops just to remind myself who and what I was. One day you are going to have to show me them. Hi everyone. Alistair comes in with a girl on his arm. This is my very special friend Christina. The one hiding behind us is her daughter, Victoria. Hello everybody. I think I could actually pick you all out by name. Alistair has told me so much about you all. Christine was hoping she could join this pack. Will your alpha let you go? The other pack has not treated her as her daughter nicely. All because she did not want to marry the old alpha from the pack. Christine's eyes were a little glassy when she started talking. He was a very mean man. I do not trust him with Victoria. She is only 10 and he keeps looking at her. He really doesn't like children. He has been known to kill them just for the hell of it. If you would be kind enough to allow me to join, I will do my best to fit in. Son, can you do the oath with her soon? It would mean the world to me. When do you want to do this? As soon as you have the time. We can do it first thing in the morning. Do you want me to have a room set up for her in the pack house? Thanks, son, but she will be staying with me at my house. Christine has accepted my marriage proposal. That is wonderful. Congratulations. It's heard throughout the room. It's about time. Dad, I'm glad you found someone to love. We can have a double mating ceremony. Me and Brandon are having our ceremony in 2 weeks if you want to join us. Christine looks at Alistair. Do you want to do it that soon? The sooner the better. Alistair kisses her in front of everyone there. 2 weeks later they had a beautiful ceremony. They had white lilies and purple roses all around. The benches on either side of the aisle were draped with flowers. Mom, all the flowers are in place and the 2 cakes are on the tables. But something doesn't look right. Come out here and help me figure out what's wrong. Lyora, there's nothing wrong. It's beautiful. When Nora and Christine see it for the first time, they will be ecstatic. Now go get dressed. You have to walk down with Nora. Nora's dress was laced with embroidery around her cuffs and hem. The back was see-through and fit tightly to her form. Nora, you look amazing. It feels funny not having Mom and Dad here. That damn hurricane had to come now. I am having the whole thing recorded so that you can send it to them. They are safe at the rescue center and you don't have to worry about them. I know they are safe. I just got off the phone with them. Dad told me to call him, and he will walk down the aisle with me. I can hold him in my hand. That is kind of cute. Your dad is one of a kind. Alara is with Christine helping her get dressed. She is wearing a white chiffon dress with a purple satin in the layer. Alara, thank you so much for helping me. You have all made this such a special day for me. Every woman needs a special wedding day. Leora starts walking down the aisle with Nora following her. At the end of the aisle, Brandon is standing there with Ethan. They say their vows, their love visible for all to see. Then they step to the side, and the music starts again. Victoria steps out followed by Christine. This time Alistair is waiting with Thorn, for a love he never thought he deserved. Alistair and Christine say their vows. The pack that is watching cheer for their old alpha, happy that he has found love once again. Thank you Lyora and Ethan for watching Victoria for us while we are on our honeymoon. The 4 of you go have fun. We will see you in a week. Have fun, Dad. I feel bad for Amanda. She didn't get a wedding. She thought she was too pregnant to walk down an aisle. After she has the babies, they will have a wedding. You know, we never had a wedding. We did the lunar ceremony, but that is not a wedding. That's true, Ethan, but I don't need one. I got you, and that is all that matters to me. I was thinking I liked the double ceremony and that it would be nice if when Finn and I got married we could too. You want to marry me, really? I thought it didn't matter. It doesn't, it's just I would like to have your last name like the kids. I would love you to have my last name. Victoria stayed with us, and she was a pleasure to have around. She was great with the pups and so helpful. Hi, Dad. How was your honeymoon? It was wonderful, son. We went to the mountains and did some skiing. I have to admit the best part was the cuddling by the fire with her in my arms. Dad, you were careful, weren't you? Well, time will tell. Brandon and Nora came back from their honeymoon. They went to the beach. Did you have a good time? Nora, we spent most of our time in the room. We didn't even get a tan. Brandon got his way, and Nora is now pregnant. Chapter 80 for Lyora. I think I am leaving Brandon. Why, he tricked me and got me pregnant on purpose. How did he do that? I can't believe he did that. Well, he put holes in the condoms. Oh, Nora, that was terrible. Does he know you know? Yeah. I told him that I saw the holes and that he was a liar and I never wanted to see him again. To my agent extraordinaire, Madeleine Nobel, Heartfelt thanks for your unfailing patience, enthusiasm. Come stay with me, it will be okay. Nora starts to cry, and Lyora hugs her, trying to comfort her. I love him even though he was an asshole. Lyora, has Ethan ever done something that made you this mad? To my agent extraordinaire, Madeleine Nilban, heartfelt thanks for your unfailing patience, enthusiasm. He is a man and they are always doing stupid stuff. Talk to him and you will work it out. Are you missing him yet? Be honest, Nora. It's been 5 days and I keep crying. I miss him so much. He tricked me and I am still so mad. He was wrong. But can you forgive him? I have. I don't want him to know it yet. Maybe I can go home and make him sleep on the couch for a while. He stayed on the couch for one night and they started cuddling again. This is like a dream come true. We are all family in this little area. My mom is next door. Nora is 2 doors down and Amanda is across the street in our old house, which they need the room with the twin girls coming. Even Ethan's dad and Christine have moved over here next to Amanda. Or can Cardi stay with your nannies for a little? I have to go help at the orphanage for a little before lunch. Then again after. You seem to like working there. It gives me something to do. I am actually bringing 3 of them to have dinner with us tonight. I would love to meet them. Why don't you come over with them and we have a... I think that would be nice. I wanted you to meet them but didn't want to get too pushy. Don't be silly. I go to the orphanage all the time. I most likely met them already. Why don't we have lunch together? Amanda and I both have doctor appointments today and Nora is coming along so we can have lunch together. I will see you at lunchtime then. Hi, doctor. I hope this time you are right and it is only 2. This has been so unusual. Never have I had so many of the pack leaders have twins. This is going to make us a strong pack. We are already a strong pack. True Luna, but extra strength never hurts. The restaurant we had lunch at is quaint and we are having an enjoyable time. Nora, you have to have twins like the rest of us. Amanda teased. That's right, you have to have twins. Or you will have to have more babies. Lyora added. The hell I do. I told him I would only do this once and that is it. Yes, you can have twins and they can play with the rest of them. Hilarit joined in. Her and Christine joined us for lunch. Yeah, you will have to have another one right away. Christine says. If any of you mention twins again, I swear I will go home and not talk to you ever again. Ethan was at the house where I came in. How did the doctors go? I feel so bad that I was there, but I had to straighten out the transportation for this concert. We are now proud owners of a minibus. The doctor said I was great and then he mentioned twins are running in the pack. That he has never had so many twins being born, and it was making the pack stronger. As soon as I said that, Nora started crying. Here's Jackson ally. Brandon cowled and get her to stop. Baby, please stop crying, you are going to get sick. This is all your fault. And I am so mad at you. What is my fault? That you are pregnant. You already punished me for that, I can't take it back. I am sorry. No, the other reason I am mad at you and I don't want to talk to you. Tell me what I did, I will fix it. Whatever you want. The doctor told me it was 2 heartbeats. And I am having twins. It is your fault. Promise me I don't want to have to do this again. To my agent extraordinaire, Madeleine Nilban, heartfelt thanks for your unfailing patience, enthusiasm. All right, we will never do this again. Wait, you said twins. Nora was nodding her head up and down and sniffling. Brandon got up and picked her up and twirled her across the floor. Later that day, Leora went looking for Ethan. Hi baby, why are you so stressed? Leora is staring at Ethan. We have not heard from the Skyline pack since they went home. I just have this strange feeling, and I can't get rid of it. My wolf and I both have the same uneasy feeling, and I don't trust them. When you talked to the doctor and their medical staff, what did they say? He told me he was happy that I helped him. The doctor said that Kevin was doing great. Could it be you? I just worried about this trip and the concert. I know we are going in a week to the concert in New York. It being postponed from 6 weeks to 7, it didn't hurt anything. I am just that much bigger. Why was it postponed? You are not that big. And you are gorgeous. So stop worrying. Remember I told you they could not get a group of musicians back to the U.S. They were in England. I didn't remember. Too many other things on my mind. Ethan, this trip is not at a good time. This shit with Kale and the rogues' activities are picking up. I just have an uneasy feeling. Patrols have been increased and we are taking the guards from around the house with us. You have to be there. What else can I do? Nothing, I guess. I am going home. I will talk to you tonight. Chapter 85. Kale was making plans to get Lyora back. If things go the way he is planning, he will get Elara and Nora back too. Jackson and Rogan, come to the office. What's up, Kale? Dad will be here in it. Just sit down, we will wait for your father. To my agent extraordinaire, Madeleine Nilban, heartfelt thanks for your unfailing patience, enthusiasm. Sorry I was held up. Rogan seems to be out of breath. I have hired a group of men to help get back what is ours. They are going to drive the cars to the plane, and they are going to make sure it all goes off without a hitch. To my agent extraordinaire, Madeleine Nilban, heartfelt thanks for your unfailing patience, enthusiasm. Did you get the rogues? I have about 50 of them. They are going to keep going around the pack just to make them uneasy. When they see all the cars leave, they will wait about 30 minutes and attack the pack. Perfect, this is going to work. You know, we might need more than 50 rogues. See if you can get any more and meet me back here in 2 days. I have to get the plane yet. Jackson, do you have the underground house done? When you came to me with that idea, I thought this is crazy until I saw those blueprints. That plan is priceless. No one will find them down there. Thanks, Kale. I have everything just about done. Any day now. 2 days later, Kale calls the two of them back to the office. We have a week to get the last of our plans together. You said the rogues are in place. Did you get the extra rogues that we needed for the attack on the pack? We have over 80 rogues to attack. They are going to cost us more than you wanted to spend, but I figured they were worth it. Rogan replies. Jackson, how is your end going? I have 15 men ready to go with us to bring them back. That should be enough, I think. That should be good. What about the bunker? The 2 safety bunkers we had for rogue attacks about done. The contractor added the section we needed to connect them, forming 1 unit the size of the first level of the pack house. Will they be able to breathe down there and get fresh air? Do you think I am that stupid? To my agent extraordinaire, Madeleine Nilban, heartfelt thanks for your unfailing patience, enthusiasm. I had an air system put in. They will get fresh air and heat and AC also. The contractor said the way I set things up they won't need much of either. Did you work out the bathrooms? Being underground, that might be an issue. Dad, you are as bad as Kale. They have 2 bathrooms. Not big, but have tubs and showers. The plumber put in a pumping system. The kitchen is just like the one here at the pack house. I just didn't know about beds and furniture. How many bedrooms are there? We fit 7. 6 a good size. 1 is smaller but works. Set up the open space for a dining room table and chairs, and the living room needs 2 couches and 2 soft chairs. Like Lyora has. Put 1 bed in each room, then we can add more if needed. You'll get right on it. Rogan brings up. What about the van they are going to be in? If we take it, they can track it and find out it is us. I have the guys I hired bringing it back and abandoning it on the side of the road. And they will also bring back the 4 cars for our men. I'd have a plane waiting at the airport. It is a private field, so they will have a hard time locating it. Kale tells them. We all leave in 3 days to get there and get things together. Kevin walks in on this conversation. What the hell are you doing? Getting what belongs to us back. Kale answers. They don't belong to you. You threw them away. You can't go there and take them. They have lives that they built. Lives that should be ours. They will be happy here. Well, fix this, I promise. Dad, just give us a chance. I am not letting you do this. You are hurting people. People in that pack will die because of what you are doing. Son, this is wrong. Can't you see that? I need her. I can't take it any longer. I have the rogue circling the pack and just attacking the border guards. They won't go in the pack. That is the best I can do. Now let us get the last of the plan together. Kevin yells. Are you listening to me? You are not getting away with this. They will find her. And you will be put in prison or worse. If I have to, I will tell them what you are planning and stop you. That's what you think. Jackson, take him and lock him up in the bunkers. Leave 2 guards to watch him so he doesn't escape. Son, please listen to me. She is too well known, the whole world will be looking for her. They will not find her. Either you are going to help me, or you are against me. I am not against you, I am trying to keep the 3 of you from messing up the rest of your lives. I know what I am doing. Jackson, take him now. Ethan looks at Lyora. Do you really want to do this? You are really starting to show. I promised Stephen that I would be there. It is only for 1 night. Then we will be back home before you know it. The bus is packed. You ladies will all ride together. We have bought a small travel bus. It holds 20 people. Like one of the buses the schools use. The little ones. This one is fancier and a lot more comfortable. That sounds nice. Where are you riding, since the bus is all girls and kids? I'm riding with Brandon. Finn and 2 guards. Dad and Uncle Thorne are riding with Gareth and 2 guards. Then there will be another car with 6 guards in it. We're going to wind up having to buy a tour bus like those singers have so we can all ride together. Lyora teases. The 2 of them started laughing. Yeah, especially with everyone having babies. We're going to need the room. Ethan says, still laughing. You know, we might get lucky and get 1 more after these, so yeah. We might fill up the bus. Lyora gives him a glare that tells him to shut up. No more babies. I am having these babies and getting fixed. That's it. But you know how much fun we have making them. We can have just as much fun and not make them. Baby, I love you and I love my babies. But I am too busy to run after any more kids. I want to enjoy the ones we have. What if we just wait 4 or 5 years for the next batch? I'm too tired for this, we'll talk about it later. As Lyora turns to go to sleep, she raises her head and turns around quickly. Batch? Wait a minute, what batch? No batch. Don't even start that. As she lays down in the bed, Ethan can hear her still grumbling under her breath. Ethan climbs in bed behind her and her in his arms. You're tired. We can talk about this tomorrow. Then whispering in her ear. You know, I'm going to win. Lyora smacks him hard this time and goes to sleep still grumbling. Batch. He has lost his mind, Batch. Chapter ITXs. The next morning everyone is loading up to leave. The babies are all loaded into their car seats. Alistair is bringing his wife and new daughter. They will be riding with the women in the bus. Once the bus is loaded, Ethan and Finst and are waving at the family. Finn says, finally peace and quiet. Ethan laughs. Yeah. No crying. No wives nagging. Peace and quiet. Brandon hears their conversation and joins in. I thought you wanted kids. Is it that bad? Maybe I shouldn't have them. Archie is nervous about being a father. The 2 men tease him. I love being a father, but everybody needs a break sometimes. Both men say almost at the same time. Can you picture crying for 10 hours a day? Non-stop. Then the diapers and the stink. Ethan says, the first 3 months give it up, you don't sleep at all, feeding at night, and when your wife is worn out, she starts blaming you for having them and wants to castrate you. Yep, it isn't easy at all. So, take any break you can to get the hell away from it. Finn says, wait, how would you know, Finn, these are your first pups? Brandon asks. I was there both times Lyora had pups, and I am telling you it was Helen they had help. What have I done? Why didn't you tell me this beforehand? I wouldn't have had any and got in a fight with Nora. Ethan takes pity on him. Because the first time they smile at you or hold your finger and don't want to let go, your heart melts. Then they call you daddy and that's it, you are done for. You couldn't have asked for anything better. That sounds great. I can't wait. Finn and Ethan pat him on the back. Let's get going. Everybody loads in the vehicles as well as the guards, and then they start down the road. They have been on the road for about 30 to 40 minutes when Ethan Ness' phone rings. To my agent extraordinaire, Madeleine Nilben. Heartfelt thanks for your unfailing patience, enthusiasm. To my agent extraordinaire, Madeleine Nilban, heartfelt thanks for your unfailing patience, enthusiasm. We're in trouble. To my agent extraordinaire, Madeleine Nilban, heartfelt thanks for your unfailing patience, enthusiasm. I count how many. There's too many. We're on our way back as fast as we can. Then Ethan mind links all the drivers to stop the vehicles, and he jumps out. Runs to the bus. Kisses Lyra quickly. I have to go back to the pack. I am leaving 3 guards. I'll catch up with you. As he gets off the bus, 2 guards enter. All the other cars turn to head back to the pack. As the guard starts driving off, the women are worried about whether they should help her stay here. Elora says, "You're all pregnant. What are you going to do? They want you safe. Let's just keep going." Ethan knows what HE's doing. Further ahead, Kayla's men start the plan. Make sure we block the road so the bus cars can't fit past us. I don't want to screw this up. 10 miles down the road, they see 2 cars blocking them. What's going on? It appears to be an accident, Luna. I have to stop. There is no way around them. The other guard yells. At an ambush, there are 2 cars in back of us. The one car is so close it is kissing our bumper. What do? We have to drive even if you have to hit the cars and shove them out of the way. The same guard yells. Then we heard glass break, and the scariest sight I had ever seen. One of the men has Haley in his arms. He has his claws out ready to cut her throat. Make one move and this kid won't see tomorrow. Other men join him. We all stop moving. No one is even talking anymore. They all just freeze. You get all the phones in their bags. Make sure you check their pockets. We don't want them hiding anything. Yo, what do you want us to do with these idiots? Take them to the woods. Make sure they can't get loose. They are then made to hug a tree and handcuffed, so they are unable to move. The phones are dropped on the ground 5 feet from them. Boss, these 2 aren't on the list. The man that had Haley looks at the list. Who are you and why are you here? We are the nannies. We help take care of the babies. Leave them here. I don't need any more to take with me. Just tie them up with the guards. Boss, this was easy. They didn't react like they should. They are quiet and listening to orders. This doesn't feel right. We are supposed to be saving these women from some asshole. They are not happy to see us. You're right. Do you think we got things wrong? I mean, they are acting scared of us. All I know is we got them, and we are going to deliver them. If he lied to us, then he will pay for it. Just in case he lied, tie the women's hands to the seat so that they can't get up. I don't want any of them hurt. They head off to where the airport is. It takes them 1 hour and 30 minutes to get there. Kale and 5 of his guards are waiting for the other 10 to return with Lyra and the others. Once there, the guards start hauling the women and children out one at a time. Kale smiles. "Welcome, ladies." Elara yells at him. "What is wrong with you? Can't you see they're pregnant? You can't do this to them. I really just want Lyra. Would you rather I killed the rest of you?" Lyra spits out in anger. "You wouldn't dare kill these women, children." Rogan steps up, trying to calm them all down. "Nobody is going to kill anybody. We just had to make sure no one knew who took you and where you are going. So they had to come with you. We wanted a few of the others to so they are a bonus. We are people, not possessions." The children are being unloaded as Lyra is screaming at them. Rogan is still trying to calm things down. They are crying, and you can see how scared they are. Do you want to scare them even worse? Your yelling is making them cry. Go over and talk to them. Do as you're told and make us easier on them. Jackson, how can you do this to your own family? Well, sis, I want my family back, and this is the only way it is going to happen. The men continue to load the children onto the plane, and the women are told to follow behind them. It takes over 3 hours to get the women back to the plane. Then loaded. Chapter 87. You 6 take the bus back to the road you were on. Once you either drive another 30 minutes in the direction they were headed for and ditch it. Get in the 4 cars and drive back to the meeting place. She isn't your mate, is she? She is my mate. Tell me, did she leave you on her own, or did they take her like you said? That is none of your business. You got paid for the job. If you want the rest of your money, mind your own business. You got one over on us, just make sure you pay us, understand? As soon as you finish your end of the job, load up and follow the plans. The 6 men load into the vehicles. Boss, this isn't good, we have to fix this. We will later, it can't be done now. Well, talk when they leave. As soon as the cars are cleared off the runway, the plane takes off. They're gone now, what? The ones that they took them from are going to be looking for them. We just tell them what happened and help them get their families back. We'll see them on the road. The plane lands in the desert 8 hours later. 10 vehicles were waiting for them. To my agent extraordinaire, Madeleine Logan. Heartfelt thanks for your unfailing patience, enthusiasm. You have to give the kids and these women water, they are dehydrating. Rogan looks at Hilara. This is what you started by leaving me. Rogan, please, just some water. They will get some in the cars if you behave. They were all loaded in the cars along with their stuff. The aura sees Kale. Kale, do you hate me this much that you would take me from the plaza that I am happy at? You could have been happy here. Instead, you have made my life a mess. I can't get you out of my mind, and I am telling you right now, I will not live like that anymore. I want you and need you. It is you that hate me. I would have done anything for you, given you anything you wanted, and you left. Anything but a family and a life. It was not a life you offered, can't you see that? You wanted to make me into less than a person, Kale. If you could have just loved me and accepted me, I would have spent my life with you. Kale looks at her and is cold and indifferent. I accept you now and you will be with me forever. Ladies, please do not give the guards a hard time. You are pregnant. We don't want you to lose your babies now, do we? Not that it matters to us, they are not our babies. Kale, tell me, how do you live with yourself? Don't you have any heart? My love, I have not had a heart since you left me. Do you know how much I love you and want you? That's not love, you just want what you lost. That might be true. But you are here. With me where you are going to stay now, get in the car. Kale walked over to the first vehicle and took out a black bag. He then took it to the pilot. Here's the second $100,000 for the job you did today. Now get the plane out of here and make sure no one knows where you were. It was nice doing business with you. The kids are exhausted, 8 hours on a plane, another hour in the car, they just want out and something to eat. When the car stops, it doesn't look like there is anything around. Time to get out. The guards take the babies and pull the ladies out of the cars. To my agent extraordinaire, Madeleine Noble. Heartfelt thanks for your unfailing patience, enthusiasm. Nora looks around. Isn't this where the one bunker is? Checks and comes over and runs his hand down the side of her face. You are a smart girl. The bunkers are underground. The first door hidden. They had disguised them so no one would notice they were there. Once you pass the first door, there is a set of steps that lead to another door. This door is heavy metal. It was made to keep the rogues out. Ladies, follow me down here. You will find food and water waiting for you on the other side of the door. As soon as Kale opens the second door, Evan comes out yelling at his son. You didn't listen, did you? Ignoring his father, Kale instructs the guards what to do. Everybody in. Come on, there is food, water, and beds inside. The women were holding the kids' hands, protecting them the best they could. Kevin Calden takes seeing them being treated like that. I should have knocked some sense in you long ago. Then he takes a swing at Kale. Kale ducks the move. Old man, you have been sick and don't have your strength back yet. Do you want to get killed? Kale punches his father in the gut and doubles him over. Get them settled and leave him in here with them. What did you do to this place? Nora, it's where you are going to live, until we decide what to do next. Behave and you will have whatever you need. Disobey and you will be punished. Kale, you do know they are going to come looking for us. No matter what you think, Ethan will not stop searching for us. You think so, he says as he walks over to Lyora, grabs her by the nape of her neck, pulls her in close and kisses her. I am going to be the only one kissing you from now on. She pushes him away and wipes her face off. He smirks at her. You'll learn. He walks out of the bunker. Kale, son, you can't do this, we can't still fix this, take them back. You have no idea how hard it was to get them. I am not going to give them back. Jackson shuts and locks the heavy metal door as they leave the bunker. He then turns to one of the guards. You drive the car over the door. Jackson, you do some of the stupidest stuff. It's not stupid. That way if they make it out of one, or they can't open this one. Not with a car on it. They both laugh. You really are something else. They head back to the pack house. Down in the bunker, Kevin looks at Lyora and the rest of the women with regret on his face. I am so sorry. I tried my best to stop him. My son has lost his mind. Right now we have to take care of the kids and the pregnant women. Help us get them water and cool rags to help them relax. I don't plan on losing any babies today. Alara tell him as she starts moving. Chapter 88. Ethan gets to the pack and the rogues are at the border. What is going on? They keep attacking then running off the pack land. I don't know if we should go after them or wait for them to come back. Paul the head warrior says. They haven't tried to overrun us. These rogues are confusing. They haven't done anything I have ever seen. Next time they come at us we are going after them. I don't know what they are planning but they have got to go. They did not have to wait long. Only an hour. When they came again, there was an army of them. Paul yells to Ethan. This is the third time they have come at us like this. Ethan is standing with his men fighting them off. After 30 minutes of fighting they started retreating. Follow them, don't let them live. They follow them for the next 3 hours until they have killed off over half of the rogues, making the number too small for them to attack again. Brandon, you clean up this mess. I'll have the men burn the rogues. Thane, can you take care of the injured? Make sure they get to the hospital. Dad, we have to figure out what they were doing. I mean they just up and quit. That doesn't make much sense. It was like they just wanted us to stay here. Keep us busy. Yeah, but why? Then it hit them. They wanted us to leave the women and kids. Frantically Ethan called Lyora. The phone rings and rings, then it goes to voicemail. She isn't answering. Neither is Christine. Then a call comes in. Ethan is hoping it is Lyora. It is Stephen. Stephen, where's Lyora? I don't know, that is why I am calling you. Where's Lyora and Amanda? They were supposed to be here an hour ago. They are not answering the phone. I don't know. I think they had been kidnapped. We are going out looking for them. Alistair mind links the men to get to the pack house now. Someone has kidnapped the Luna and the female Betis. Both of them. They have also taken the future Alphys and other children along with Alara and Christine. We all know who took them. Now we get them back. Ethan is giving orders. We need to track them down. They already have at least a 5-hour head start. Get me some trackers. Finn, Gareth, Uncle Thorne and 10 men come with me. Carl, watch after the pack just in case the rogues do come back. Make sure you take care of the mess and the injured we have to leave. I got this, find our female leaders. You look like you are about to shift. You have to get yourself under control. You can't help them if you lose it now. Uncle Thorne, I don't know if I can. She's my world. Just then he hears a mind link saying help. The farther we get down the road the louder the link comes in. When we get close enough, we mind link them back. Where are you? We are about 10 miles past where you turned back. When they get to the spot where the men were handcuffed, they find the phones and the handbags. Dad, check if they left a message on any of them. As he goes through all the phones, he gets excited. We got them. What do you mean we got them? Victoria's phone isn't here. It has a tracker on it. He pulls out his phone to see if it is registering. To his relief, they went straight to the third right, then down for it looks like about 50 miles. Then it stops. Get in the cars, let's go now. Alistair yells. Stop. They are coming back this way. We need to block the road off and catch them in the middle. You men head down the road and hide the cars out of sight. Once I have them in view, I'll call you and you will block off their escape. We will have them caught in the middle. We're on the way. To my agent extraordinaire, Madeline Nilban. Heartfelt thanks for your unfailing enthusiasm. They are sitting in the cars waiting for the kidnappers to reach them. Finn is losing it. She is pregnant. Those are my first pups, and I might never see them born or worse life. Just sitting here waiting is making me crazy. They will be fine, we will get them back. You have to have faith that the moon goddess will keep them safe. Thorn puts his arm over his shoulder trying to comfort Finn. The bus and the 4 cars pass the ones hidden in the woods. Pull out and lock them in now. We are right behind them, Alpha. They aren't going anywhere. Uncle Thorn, pull across so they can't get around us. The bus that was in the lead hit the brakes, making a squealing noise, causing all the cars to stop abruptly. Each driver is ripped out of their car before they know what hits them. Not one of them fight, they just go with it. To my agent extraordinaire, Madeleine Nilban, heartfelt thanks for your unfailing patience, enthusiasm. This smart ass is holding the doors closed so we can't get in. Check the emergency door. See if you can pry it open. The driver forgot that they had broken the emergency door, and in minutes they had him in their grasp. I just wanted you to hear me out. Ethan and the rest of the men are ready to tear their heads off. Where are they? Ethan growls. None of them say a word. Either talk now or we will take you to the dungeons, and then we will have some fun. Brandon is looking evil as he says this. Still, no one says a word. Finn rubs his hands together like he is looking forward to something. We can always use the penis slicer I just bought. It is a sweet toy, you just lay your penis on it. Then the blades cut it like it is a loaf of bread. Now are you sure you don't want to talk? The 6 men look at each other. The largest of the men stepped forward. None of them looked scared. I am telling you that we were tricked into taking your families. Good story to cover your asses, but we weren't born yesterday. We don't know much other than we got 50,000 to start. Then another 50,000 when the job was done. Another one of the men adds. We have no names. And the money was paid in cash. The cars are to go to California. Yeah. The smallest man starts. They are going to call us into weeks to tell us where to take them. Do you know what they look like? What if we gave the 6 of you 100,000 and you get to keep the money from the other guy? All you have to do is take us to them. We can't help you until they call us back into weeks. Then we might be able to help you out. We don't want your money. This was a major fuck-up on our part. Then you are stuck with us for the next 2 weeks. All we want is our wives back and our kids. Ethan is staying as calm as he can. Boss, I told you that something wasn't right. They didn't act right when they saw us. They were scared of the ones we left them with. She wasn't his wife. I should have known something was up. The details and the job was too easy and he was jumpy. The nurse. Can you give us some detail of what you had to do? The largest man, who seems to be the leader, speaks up. Down the road here is an airport. We had to show up with the 4 cars that we picked up at a parking lot. Take them to the airport. We then picked up 10 large men, built like you gentlemen. Then we waited for the bus to come and took it back to the airport. There was 2, maybe 3 men in suits on the plane. I only saw one of them. He was about your age, black hair and built like you. Never got to really see the rest. Chapter 89. Let's go back to the pack, get things ready fast and take off. We have to be ready for their next move. Thorn is inches from ripping these guys apart. You men take and drive the bus and the cars back to the pack. These guys get tied up just in case this is an act. It takes a little over hour and a half to get back to the pack land. The 6 men are put in cuffs and locked up in a dungeon until they are ready to leave. We are going to need men to fight to get in the pack. We know who we have to fight, Ethan says. They can't get away with this. What if we tell the Councilman Martin what has happened? He could get us some men and he could also protect us if we need to take the pack down. You call him. Dad, you 2 are friends. Ethan is spitting bullets. He is beyond pissed and afraid what is happening to his family, just like the rest of them. Remind the council also that without Lyora there is no cancer center. She is the only one that can run the treatment needed. That can only help. We should leak it to the press that Lyora and Amanda have been kidnapped. Maybe Stephen can help with that. I'll call him. Thorn leaves to make the call. Brandon, are you all right? You are standing there not moving. I was just thinking. I am calling the news station to tell them that Lyora and Amanda have been kidnapped, to put a picture of them on the nightly news. You should have Thorn asked Stephen to make a statement about how this is a tragedy to the music world. This might put a little pressure on them and go national news, not just local. Brandon, sometimes you come up with a good idea. Fern, get the picture in our living room, make sure you tell them that they are pregnant. Gareth, would you please get the cars together? How many men? So I can get enough cars. We can't leave our pack weak, not with the rogues still around. Most we can take is 30. The hard part is one of us is going to have to stay behind to guide the pack. It is my place to take care of the pack, but I can't stay. That is my family. I will stay. Thorn offers. Lyora and the kids have you. Each of you have a wife and kids. I don't have any kids. Don't let Lyora hear you say that. You know how she feels about you, Papa Thorn. You have a daughter and 5 wonderful grandkids that love you. I know she loves me, and that is why it has to be me. She needs you right now. You cannot take care of her and worry about the pack back here. So you go save our girl and our pups. You better give me a blow-by-blow to let me know what is going on. Uncle Thorn, you are one of a kind. Thank you. 30 minutes pass and 4 large cars and 1 bus pull up out front. One of my men will ride with you in each car. With the tinted windows they could not tell my man is there. If they are watching when we arrive, your 4 cars go on the route that they laid out. My men will be 1 hour behind. That will keep them from knowing you are being followed. Alpha Ethan, I really don't want to talk to you, just get in the cars and drive. You might not want to talk to us, but the 2 ladies that were pregnant were being pushed around when they argued with them. I called and hear what they said. Then both of them got real quiet and settled down. I don't think they wanted to hurt them, they never hit them in front of us. What is your name? Hank. I'm the leader of this group and the fool who messed up your families. Thanks for that. Martin was pissed, he's going to talk with the council. If Martin is anything like he was when he was younger with his temper, then goddess help them. Let's just hope they aren't stupid enough to hurt them. He loves Lyora and the kid. He will go berserk. Alistair looks slightly amused. Darla threatened him. If he doesn't get Lyora and the babies back, Archias on the couch indefinitely. Even Regina told him Archias not allowed to see his grandpups until she is home safe. Why can't we get them now? We know who it is. Brandon is just about screaming at them. Without proof that they have them, it would be an act of war and we can have our pact dissolved and not one of the members will be allowed to stay with us. If I could go any faster, I promise I would. My Lyora and pups are there. I'm sorry, Alpha, It's all right, we are all feeling the tension. The ride will take days. The whole time riding, all they can think about is what they have lost. Ethan is remembering some of the times they have spent together. When we had been together alone for the first time. She was so shy and innocent. Yes, she was pregnant, but she had only been with him for 1 night and so hurt after. I think she was scared I was going to do the same thing. Dad, how did I let this happen? I failed them all, not only as an alpha, but as a mate and father. I've been feeling that way since we talked in the office weeks ago. Only way you will fail them is if you don't try. You will fix this, and they will be home safe, and you are not failing them. If any of us should be to blame, it is me. I have been doing this longer and know what to look for and missed it. We both missed it, Dad. I never thought he would come at us this way. I thought for sure he would have come to the pack for them, especially after they took the information from the cabinet. I agree with you. It's like they knew we were onto them. I am stupid. So fucking stupid. Call Uncle Thorn, tell him to go to my office and see if they find a listening device. We were so worried about tricking them, they were listening the whole time. Thorn, go to Ethan's office and run a sweep for a listening device. Don't take it out. We are going to let them hear what we want them to hear. 30 minutes later, Thorn called. It was in your desk under the top drawer. What do you want them to hear? Nothing right now. Just let it stay quiet. We will use it when and if we need it. No one will be in my office, keep the door locked.